Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in the words of the Horowitz in the Sefer Mitzvah HaKotzar. Today is Mrs. Loisa, say negative commandment Kuf Vav, number 106. Shaloi lechol achilas bein seira umar. A person should not eat the food that was eaten by a ben seira umar, a wayward son, the rebellious son, who the Torah speaks about, does many different things to show his rebelliousness towards his parents and towards the Torah, and therefore his punishment is that he's going to get killed. Now, one of the things that he does is he eats a lot of food, and the Torah is saying over here that a person should not eat that food. Shenema, like it says, le'seichu al adam. It says in the Torah, do not eat over the blood, which means uperish, that means loy seichlu achila kazai. Do not eat anything like this, that brought to bloodshed, which means that what? This is the food of the ben seira umar, the wayward son. The wayward son ate a large amount of meat and wine and the like, and it's one of the telltale signs that he is this wayward, rebellious son. And if he's tried and convicted for that and other misdemeanors that he's done, he's going to get the death penalty. So you see that there is shvichas damim, there is blood that is spilled. The blood of the wayward son is going to be spilled over here. So that meat that you find left around, he didn't have a chance to finish his 42-ounce ribeye steak. So maybe you'll think to yourself, I'll finish it off. No, you're not allowed to eat that meat. This verse also teaches us another prohibition, and that's the warning that a person is not allowed to eat from an animal before the life expired. You can't eat from an animal even though that it was shechted, so everything was done in the proper way. However, the life is still leaving the animal. A person shouldn't think that just because that it was shechted, they're allowed to eat it. They're not allowed to until the animal is fully expired and dead. And furthermore, it's also a warning that a person should not eat, don't eat on the dam, on the blood, which means that what? That when you go to daven shachris, you go to pray the morning prayers, so you are, one of the things that you are davening is for your dam, for your blood, for your life. So the pasuk is saying over here, do not eat food before you utter your prayers to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, where you're asking for your own blood, for your own life, livelihood, and all the good things that you need for that day. And therefore, we are particular and careful not to eat. We should not eat before we daven, because we need to stay focused that the main thing that we do in the morning when we wake up is to daven to Hashem. Now, that being said, a person is allowed to drink. For example, they are allowed to have a cup of coffee in the morning before they daven. That's not considered eating, and some people need the drinks in the morning in order to be able to give them a little extra oomph, a little extra kayach, strength to be able to daven properly to Hashem. So a drink is going to be permissible. It shouldn't be something that is too lavish and too tasty and too much, meaning should a person go to Coffee Bean in the morning and get a 24-ounce latte with vanilla flavorings inside and chocolate shavings on the top with some whipped cream, that would seem to be overindulgent for a morning before davening. But a regular cup of coffee that a person is going to drink, even with a little bit of milk and a little bit of sugar, our poskim tell us is going to be permissible. It's not going to take you away from your davening. However, food and eating, that is something that a person must avoid. Again, if it's extenuating circumstances, a person is a very weak person, a weak constitution, they are sick, they are ill, and they can't simply get out of bed in order to be able to daven to Hashem, unless in fact they would eat a little piece of cake or something. Maybe they'd have to eat a little piece of, who knows, of whatever that would give them the stamina and the endurance to be able to daven. So ask your local Orthodox rabbi if you find yourself in such a situation, unfortunately. But there are heterim, there are certainly leniencies in this area. This is something that applies everywhere all the time, for men and for women. Have a wonderful day.